phone's lagging like a motherfucker. Okay. Hold on. I got an idea. Fuck me, man. Doing all this bullshit right in front of the camera. But, anywho. Trucker Vlog 2.0. I'm not sure what hashtags I'm adding to this, or whatever to get your attention, but this also pertains to law, admiralty law, in fact. Normally I'd speak for myself. This video would be just a reminder because I got to sit down after I get done driving to take notes and take action. But the action that I need to take is you're being bamboozled. All these people that create troubles in your life, they're all criminals. I'm like, how, Steve? What you mean? You're fucking crazy. Are you one of them conspiracy theorists? No, man. It's just conspiracies. It's not a theory. So, here's the conspiracy. There's a bunch of laws that you're not aware of, that you haven't read. You haven't even read your contract, speaking of which, and you're in many of them. And you don't understand admiralty law, and it's pretty much everywhere. It runs the court, it deals with Congress. And either all courts either run on admiralty or maritime law, sea, water of the law, or common law, law of the land. The government hates common law because common law is common sense. Hey, you took something, give it back. You assaulted me, you deserve punishment. You stole, give it, you know what I mean? Punishment, give it back. Admiralty law is a little bit more complex. I mean, there's classes I'll give you hints to, but you hear me out. I'm gonna give it a small break. I'm gonna build up, and then whatever level you grasp it at, you stick at. To sum it up, to give you an example, whenever you get a speeding ticket, drop ucc1-308. You're gonna have to understand it. If you don't understand it, they're gonna call you on it. So if you don't understand the law of reserving all your rights and what your rights really are, like reserving all your rights reserves all your constitutional rights, the rights to travel, the rights, you know what I mean, rights to be secure in property, your liberty, all that good shit. Like, it's a whole amalgamation of your rights that are being deprived by you agreeing to certain contracts like license and all this extra stuff. This is just barely scratching the surface. And if you understand and you exercise that right in action in the field as well as in court when they try to pressure you, they'll be forced to basically admit they're criminals. It'll be on record. You keep it on record, and then you can go back and you can sue the shit out of them people. And there's proof. There's hella proof. All you gotta do is buckle down. Like, you buckle down on 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas, you sue the fuck out of these people. And these people know it. I proved this in Cali. Fucker tried to give me a ticket. I wrote ucc1-308. I knew what the fuck I'm talking about. All rights reserved. Without prejudice. We're gonna have to look that up. These are all law terms, by the way. And the confusion hit Black Laws Dictionary, 2nd edition. Motherfucker sent me a check. I was confused, but not really, because I already studied and prepared for it. So but that's barely scratching the surface. They're doing a lot of shit. Like, it goes down to credit. Like, who the fuck says these niggas can take your social, your government name, which they didn't have access to prior, upon whatever agreement, take your government name and your social security, which is securities fraud, because they're fraudulently taking your security and pushing it to third-party companies without your permission, without your consent, and damaging you and gaining profit off and profiting off of it, right? Like, It goes really deep, like if you really think about it. I'm breaking it down simple. You just have to look at these terms, understand what securities are, security fraud is. You have a social security, which they are taking with your name. It is like identity theft, because how are you taking my shit and applying it somewhere else? Just because like Joe is so used to stealing from everybody doesn't make it law. It just means everybody lets Joe steal every goddamn thing. He's like, you're a fucking criminal. Because I don't know the law doesn't mean you're not a criminal. It means you're a criminal, and there's a whole conspiracy to make sure that I don't know you're a criminal. But I do, because it doesn't make sense. It never did. Sum it up, man. Like repos, credit, like defamation of your credit. It takes a lot of time to actually press these people. You can sue them on the CFPB or something like that, and you can press the case. Like I've done that, and I've gotten credit repaired. These things are lying in all forms. ucc lines, because Uniform Commercial Code, and every act is commercial. You don't believe me? Why do you get a fucking ticket when you go to court? You get pulled over. Oh my God, how do I lose that? Of course it's gonna do that. You get a ticket when you get pulled over. Why are you dealing with money if it's justice and not commercial? And everything else obviously is commercial outside of that. So it's under commercial codes. So we apply commercial law. And they won't tell you that. They'll try to leave you in confusion. It's their job to confuse you. But if you apply these laws and you make them prove, you make them stand on their bullshit, it's a different thing. They'll play games, but when it comes to the court action, that's what it is. Because these people are devils, basically. I hate getting personal about it, but yeah, they're devils. As the Native Americans would say, the other Native Americans would say, it's like, yeah, these white devils, this is basically the system, man. Even though it came from the Moors, but they adapted it and created their own, and created a lot of shifty hand movements within the dealings. Their system created where you want justice, it's going to be a lengthy, painful process. And you're going to have to make time, cut out time for court. And it's really going to suck. But the thing is, their lawyers are really expensive. So every time you go to court, they're paying a hefty fee. And they're going to go to court a few times. So not only they're going to go to court and pay a hefty fee, then I'm not giving you any ideas, because you have to know what the fuck you're talking about. Or you're just throwing away money. And it's just a one and done because you're clueless. But once you actually master the law, which will take a little bit of study, and if you stick with me, you'll get it. I'll give you piece by piece and point you in the right direction. Master that law, master these laws. It depends on what area you want to talk about. And I'll talk about all of them. Take them to court, they'll lose money fighting you, and they'll lose the case. This applies with credit, and this applies with vehicles, this applies with anything that you haven't caused physical harm to another living human being. This applies to divorce court, child support. I can go on for a bit. I've studied all different sectors of it. I'm honing in on a small few, because even though you can get your court fee waived for suing somebody, like I just want to get it done with. I don't want to sit there and wait days to see if they're going to give me a pass. Just wipe it out. I'm trucking right now. I should have enough to at least do that. man, vlogging and driving. But yeah, man. I give you one hit, ucc1-308. Look into it. Understand that. Understand everything's commerce. If you don't believe it, use your common sense. How could you get a ticket and exchange money if it's not commerce? We're dealing in business. Then how could I give you my Social Security if it's not dealing in business? How do you have the right to change hands of my information without my consent? And if I give my consent, it has to be in writing. Everything has to be in writing. They won't give you a car or a credit card if you didn't give them something in writing. So how do they take something even of more importance without writing? I'm gonna let you sit with that. I'm gonna get a little bit more serious with this. I'm gonna end the video because there's more parts that I don't want to divulge and shit. Not because anybody can take it in effect and use it against me. It's just that it's more personal, and I don't like to divulge things until it's complete. Even though after I complete my process, I'm not going to divulge things because I'm not going to be one of those gurus, but I will give you the information. Thanks for following, like and share.